Hey guys, it's Serina. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys have been well. So this is the first video I am shooting in 2019. Hope you guys had an amazing start to your new year. So hopefully some of you have started to set goals for the new year. I personally think it's so much better to enter a new year with at least a few goals in mind. Successful people in all fields of work set goals because setting goals allows you to focus, it keeps you motivated, and it also pushes you to grow and develop. But of course, doing those things and getting started on them is so much harder than wanting to do them. So today I'm going to share with you a few tips to help you stick to your resolutions in 2019. Tip number one is to reflect, then plan. First and foremost, give yourself a chance to reflect on some of the things that you've learned and accomplished so far. I think it's really important for you to know where you've been, to know where you're going. So look back over the past year and think about how you've grown. In my video, Reflecting on 2018, I share with you 3 accomplishments that are really important for me to remember and also very meaningful. So if you haven't seen that video, I will leave a link for you guys to watch. Reflecting on your life allows you to better architect your life. And I think reflecting can be done by yourself, but it can also be done with a close friend. You can just sit down with a friend and just chat about some of the significant changes you've experienced, some of the lessons you've learned, some of the struggles that you've experienced over the past year. You can also write things down. I personally love to write in my journal. And for those of you who have thought about journaling, but have not gotten around to do it, there's one thing you need to know. You might think that having a journal means that you have to have super long entries, everything has to be nice, neat, and pretty, and you have to be like an eloquent writer. That it's all not true. That's not the case for me. My journal is so messy that I probably wouldn't want to show anyone, but it is just a book where I can just let out all my thoughts that are completely unfiltered. Usually I jot down notes, or sometimes I write sort of stream of consciousness where I just let everything out. I don't care about grammar, I don't care about spacing, it's just there. And that really helps me to think through my thoughts. And I truly believe that the act of writing your thoughts out is so much more powerful than just thinking about something. Tip number 2 is to be specific. So if you've already written out your resolutions, that is awesome, but you may want to look back at them and just possibly revise them, because it is crucial for your goals to be specific. The more specific your goals, the greater the chance you're going to achieve them. Now, on top of that, I think it's also very important for your goal not only to be specific, but measurable and time-bound. And when you plan your goals in this way, it's going to be so much more helpful and so much easier, because it's going to take a huge daunting goal and break it down into baby steps and just make it so much more attainable. So let's just say in your resolutions you want to be healthier. Instead of vaguely saying, I want to be healthier, be more specific about it. So how do you want to be healthier, and in what aspects of health are you talking about? Do you want to exercise more? And instead of just saying, I want to work out 3 times a week, actually build a schedule. I want to jog Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays at 9 a.m. for 30 minutes in the first quarter. And in the second quarter, I want to increase that to 1 hour. So 1 hour, 3 times a week. And maybe you also want to change your diet. You want to cut out a certain food. So I want to quit sodas altogether. Or maybe you want to just replace certain sweets during the week for a fruit. So be specific about your goals, because that's going to make it so much easier for you to know where to start. Tip number 3 is to not do it alone. Tell your friends and family all about your resolutions that are really important to you. Not only will they be supportive, but they'll hold you accountable. And you never know, just by communicating your goals to them, they might actually be very, very helpful. So let's just say your goal is to jog 3 times a week, and you share this with a friend who also wants to include more cardio in their workout. You can meet once a week and jog together, and that just makes it so much more fun and so much easier too. So I want to share one of my personal goals with you too. Near the end of last year, I felt like I was not being restrictive at all with my coffee intake. So I was drinking coffee nearly every single day, up to 2 cups a day, and that was not making me feel good. I felt very tired at the end of the day, and on days that I didn't drink coffee, I would get this massive headache, and that's when I knew that I really needed to change. So this year, one of my goals is to cut down on my coffee intake, and how I'm going to be doing that is limiting myself to 1 cup a day. I'm also not going to be drinking coffee for more than 1 day at a time. So basically, I'm going to have 1 day in between where I'm going to rest. That way, I won't be dependent on it, and I'll also just be able to enjoy my coffee without feeling like I always have to have it. And yeah, I've also told my friends and family about it, and what that does is just let them know that my drink of preference, even when hanging out at a coffee shop, will usually be tea. And yeah, just having a support system, there's really only benefits to it. So tip number 4 is small habits make big changes. And long time ago, somebody told me this quote, and it really made an imprint in my mind, and I'm going to share it with you today. Dripping water hollows out stone, not through force, but through persistence. So what this means is small repeated actions is really what is going to give you the biggest changes. So it's really important that you pay attention to the things that you do on a daily basis, because those are the things that are going to give you the biggest and the most lasting changes. So try to pay more attention to your routines and your habits. Tip number 5 is to stay motivated through other influences. For me, whenever I feel like I lose sight of my goal, it's usually because of this one thing, and that is simply I've lost my motivation. It doesn't matter how disciplined you are, if you don't have the motivation, you are most likely going to give up. So it's so helpful to stay motivated through outside influences. Don't just depend on discipline. Yes, discipline is important, but don't let it be the only way you can stick to your resolutions. For me, my biggest motivation is inspirational people, not just in my personal life, but the people that I hear about online and read about in books. So it's really nice to surround yourself with outside influences or positive outside influences. So continue to watch videos, continue to read books and listen to podcasts that are going to inspire you and bring you knowledge. Spend more time with people that you feel comfortable with and that are inspiring, that you can have deep conversations with, and they can help you see the bigger picture. So really, staying motivated is the key to achieving your goals. So those are the 5 tips that I'll be using to stay on track for my 2019 resolutions. Let me know which tips you'll be using that'll help you stick to your resolutions this year. Thank you so much for watching as always. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of my weekly videos. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye for now. Annyeong!